get rich quick plan.
No.
Okay. And you know that to identify the right people, but
Yes.
believe, believe, believe the company, the plan, the business, the products, believe,
Yes.
right?
And
And
then
then it's
P,
enthusiasm. And
enthusiasm.
enthusiasm comes from the Greek word enthusio,
Enthusiasm.
which God within.
Yes.
You see?
Love
And
that.
so you see that is so real. Enthusio, God within. And
Mhm.
so that is part of me. And the last three letters of enthusiasm, IASM, I am self motivated. You
Wow.
must be self motivated to
Right.
do this kind of business. You're
Yes.
not waiting for a boss to tell you what to do. You are your own best boss. Do,
Mm-hmm.
do, do. Learn by doing,
Yes.
right? And so, I really believe that it is 90% enthusiasm, 10% know-how. It's kiss, kiss, kiss. Keep it simple, sweetie.
Yes. Oh, wow. I
And
can sense
remind
your
yourself of that.
enthusiasm.
Being sincere,
Yes.
like Jim Rohn, it's be sincere, be
Mm.
real nice, and talk to lots and lots and lots of people. Those are three simple steps in sales, right? And
Okay.
that moves into what do you
Effort.
do?
Yeah.
You work, effort, effort. Everything in this business is work. Is work.
Yeah.
Now, if you enjoy people and you enjoy being your own boss, it's not really work to me. You
Yes.
see,
Yes.
I'd rather work for myself. When I need to make money, I want to work for me.
Yes.
And I need money. I needed money back, $66,000 in credit card debt. I had to pay off those credit card bills.
Wow. Yes.
You see, so I had to be very ambitious, but it's being accountable to yourself, being accountable to a business partner, being your own boss,
Being your own boss.
really working. You see, being proactive, developing your people skills,
Sure.
learning how to ask the right questions, learning how to interview people, and
Fantastic.
being a student, being a really good student. But what is it? It's all about relationships.
Relationship is so
When
important.
people know they can trust you, they will step along beside you and you just step along beside them. And when you find someone more gifted than you,
Yes.
great, learn from them. Don't
Yes.
be a know-it-all, be simple, be humble. You
Yeah.
see, be smart enough to be humble.
Fantastic.
Be humble,
Oh,
be
wow.
smart.
Amazing. And then P, the last one,
And
persistence.
persistence, never, never give up. It's pretty, but
Never, never give up. Yes.
trial and error. Never, never give up when you know what you want. With this business, it's so real
Yes.
for everyone if you just don't give up, because this plan really, it's changed a little bit.
Yes.
And made some adjustments so that we would be long lasting, long term, earning weekly checks. Some things have had to change, but it's still all for the betterment of all of us, you see, so that
Wow. You know
long
what? My
time.
heart is beeping now as you those four words
Never,
are
never
going to
quit.
be
Yes,
my ethos. They're going
good.
to be my ethos. Beep.
Yes, yes,
My
yes.
heartbeat.
Take
So
responsibility.
I wish we had like 5 hours today. You could give us
No,
more and more, but we don't. So let
you
me
really
just
don't need that.
give you
You
my very last question real quick because we only have about 30 seconds before we
okay.
move on to the very important thing that Lily is going to ask you, my co-host. And that is, if you don't mind just sharing in like, say, 30 seconds really quickly, maybe one or two strategy in duplicating your team for growth and momentum.
Yes.
What is the
Well,
biggest strategy?
first of all, you must identify those two go now leaders, two people that want this business as badly as you do, right? And two people who really want to become professional coordinators.
Yes.
That is, utmost $1,000 a week, no less, no less. You have to know that. And then you're going to, do create events. So whatever the event is, if it's in home, ideally, but now we're having so much success with online events, creating
Yeah.
those events so that you have an event to invite someone to. And whether it's the UVP or whether it's the product event with the wellness or any kind of training for product, you've got to have that event scheduled in your calendar so then you can invite other people. So the strategy then is to always be inviting 10 people to
Yes.
whatever's next, 10 people to whatever's next, so that you have two people, no less, with you at every training. And of course, it will multiply
And
more and more. And so it's all about that base 10, 7 strong.
right. Yes.
The base 10. I must have 10 customers that will develop into 2 business partners. You see, that is base 10, 7 strong.
Wow.
So very important for the ABC pattern to work. Evaluate continuously,
Okay.
evaluation,
Yes.
product or business.
Oh
Right?
gosh,
Okay.
this is so amazing. Oh wow, this is really golden nuggets. Okay, so speaking of which, the second point that is extremely important is to schedule events. Now I'm
Yes.
going to be inviting my co-MC,
Yes.
Lily Chua, to talk to us about the specific things that you are the creator of, and that is the Wellness 101. So now, Lily, I'll just pass the time to you.
Good evening, JacKi. I am so thrilled to be co-MC with Kitty to ask this part of the interview, especially about retailing.
Yes.
We know you as a very successful retailer, and you always teach that to retail to recruit can actually build you a more solid business. And you covered all of that, your strong belief in doing the base 10, because from this base 10, you can find your 2 good business partners. So I'm very excited to get the opportunity to ask you for some retailing tips. Okay? All right. So we know you as a creator of GoNowResource.com. Can you just give us a bit of history as to why you created it and how it came about?
Okay. Well, years ago, probably 20 years ago, I was traveling and training and helping people. Actually, I was with Arlene Lowy, the creator of the OPC retailing system. And we were duplicating that, of course, in the home through the product presentations and what we were doing with wellness events and product presentations. Okay, because we didn't always call them Wellness 101s. In the beginning, it was like a product preview products, but focused always on that OPC3 retailing system, because I knew that was an opportunity to identify customers for OPC3 number 1. And then the home shopping list, of course, to add more and more. But through that relationship building experience in the home. And so I just believe that that is so very key and very important, that all of the tools for that event, I had to put them on a .com, and it was JacKiBlasko.com. And so I got my son to do that and help me with a GoDaddy account to put all these different forms that I would use as I would travel and train and teach. It was just for me to efficiently have the tools with me and not carry everything. And, because there are tools that I was consistent in using. And I don't know if everything is as important as I thought it was, but you see, I had to do it for me. And so it developed and evolved as other people were using it and putting their information, because I'm always learning from other people. And so I would want to add other people's information on the .com. And so then my son changed the name to Go Now Resource. And with Yardley Wang, then it became the site that it is today. Yardley and Lisa, again, we're just Lisa Lieberman Wang and Yardley Wang were so instrumental in helping me develop this website that would be hopefully good for everyone, and then about 5 years ago, I think it was 4 years ago, we got together again and updated it to what you see today. And of course, it's always a work in progress, and every day it needs updating. I hope that it is a useful tool, because Market America's tools have, in our back office, have gotten so much more efficient and effective. I also use all the time unlimitedlifestyles.net, Lisa Grant's website. And so many things, we intertwine and interlace, what we do. I'm just so used to using both of those sites. You see, hers is more for, I believe, prospecting and recruiting and, bringing people into the business as they understand more, but also for training. But ours, Go Now Resource, is mostly for training when you're in the business.
Exactly. And Go Now Resource, the first time I heard of it, it was being endorsed on stage at a convention. So it was like, wow, this is a site that everyone can actually plug into without fear of, doing the wrong thing. So that was awesome. GoNowResource.com is the best because it has got so many how-tos.
Yeah.
Which you don't get from the back office. You know, you get a lot of flyers and stuff like that, but not the how-to. So now, with those events that we can now run by following what you have got in Go Now Resource, can you please give us some tips on how you get guests to commit to events? And, you know, because that's one of the challenges. How do you get guests to commit to events? And also, how do you get your teams? How do you teach that to your teams, JacKi?
Well, you teach everything by doing, not telling, but doing. And this is why I wish I was doing one for you right now, you know, and especially our Wellness 101 online. You know, that is so very duplicatable. And to get people to attend, it's simply identifying people with the need. You see, and so as you do trial marketing is a beautiful way to begin. You see, as you're dedicated with your trial marketing packages, you see, we've done trial marketing as long as I've been in business. And back when I started, we'd do trial baskets, and it would have Skintelligence and the Royal Spa, and maybe even some Snap products that I could just give a customer to try for a week. And so as I'm meeting and greeting and seeing people, I'd say, you know, I'm doing a trial marketing, a test marketing with some new products, you know, that I started in business with, and I'd like you to try them for a week. Would you be willing to try my products for a week? And you see, with the trial marketing, you know, 3-day supply, 5-day supply, whatever you give them, I'll check back with you in a week to see the results, to see what you like best and what you'd like to purchase. And always with that assumption, I would say, you know, I'm going to check back with you to see what you can't live without. And for the Skintelligence, because I love giving you know, those for samples, you know, just try this for a week. And our little trial sizes are perfect still today. And that's what I used back then. And so we'd have our baskets of trial products that we'd give someone. But it's important to follow up. Yeah. And I think this is the biggest thing that people don't do. You see, because as you tell people, you know, I've just started a new business, or I've started I have a business and I have some new products, or I have a business, I have products that I would sincerely like you to try. You may like them, or you may, you know someone that would like them, or that would, you know, need them over time. Because over the years now, you see, I have hundreds and hundreds of people who would never be without these products as they're trying to build up their immune system now with everything that's happening with viruses and all these crazy times we live in. You see, wellness is so very important, right? And so would you be willing to try these products? And it, you know, and then you give them the instruction with the trial marketing. And you see, I believe then when you have properly introduced and found out perhaps a need, you know, just asking that question, number one, what would you change about your health if you could today? Just ask. You can ask every person you meet that question. So every day my goal is to help people just like you. If you could change one thing about your health today, what would it be?
What a powerful question.
Yeah, over and over. It's the first question on our health survey. It always has been for 24 years, thanks to Arlene Lloyd, right? And, you know, all I did was copy. I'm just a big copycat, the best copycat. You know,
the best copycat. That is so true.
Market America's systems, copy Market America's systems. It's their systems they've created for us. So let's be good copiers.
Yes, right? And we're going to copy you.
Do together.
Do.
Yeah. You see, every basic 5, every event that I do should be a basic 5 in action. You see, so, you know, people know it's the attitude, it's the knowledge that is created at the event. It is the goal for the presentation. I have a goal of, you know, 10 people attending every presentation, $1,000 in sales, so that we make at least $300 in retail, and we'll identify 2 business partners if we do it right. Where everything is about, you know, doing in action. And so it is every piece of the basic 5 in that event. And then we're going to follow up, right?
Right, right. Awesome. So what I'm hearing is that the best way to get a confirmed commitment from guests to events is to first find out what is their need. Start even with trial size marketing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So just get into get the products into their hands first,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
follow up.
And then if you
then-
have events booked,
Then you-
booked every week, it's simply, oh, by the way, what are you doing Wednesday night at 7:00?
Mm,
And
right.
don't
So you can invite them straight away.
right away. You see
Right.
the next, whatever's next, what are you doing Wednesday night at 7? You see, and if that's in your calendar every week, you see consistency is so key. That you are
True.
your own boss. So set up a good schedule so you have events to invite people to. And if they're all online, how simple. Oh my goodness.
So you're finding that Zoom events is is working so well now for yourself?
Yes. Our sales are amazing because the goal of every UFO is to get 2 guests on every event. Just 2. But you must invite, 10 trial marketing packages out there, 10 people invited to get to usually, right? People are still busy, even if they're quarantined. And of course, the quarantine is coming off. So, we'll be back in the home. But the more online we can do, because now people are trained to do this, the more efficient your business will run. Right?
So how do you close a sale on Zoom?
Okay,
JacKi?
well, you can go to Go Now Resource and look up Wellness 101, in the home, or Wellness 101 online, and you'll see the flyer. The flyer, which closes the sale for you when it's done properly. They see that flyer in the video, and they have a copy of it because we get it right to them immediately. If they're sitting there, it's the very last piece that we hand them. And it shares the price of the products. You see, it is the daily essentials in the bottles, which is the most reasonable. And the company is giving $25 off when you buy all 4. And tonight we're giving 10% discount because you attended. And then you see the next one is the daily essential packets, and that would also be 10% off. And anything on this flyer is 10% off tonight. But when you do purchase the daily essentials, you'll get your aloe for just $20. A great
Right.
savings to you tonight, because we want you to have good digestion. We want you to have healing in your body. And then when you put the daily essentials in there, they're going to work so even more efficiently. Okay. And we want you to get the very best price.
So do you do this? Sorry, JacKi, do you do this on a separate phone call with the guest that you brought in?
No, it's at the close of the presentation.
The presenter says all that.
The last flyer. And as you do watch the presentation, that flyer is then presented in the presentation, the very last thing. And then, of course, we even invite people to look at the business plan, because if you've listed a lot of people on your health survey that you would like to help with these products, you should investigate, having your own wellness business and join us in our cause for wellness and impacting your communities right where you are. And if that
Love
appeals
it.
to you, we'd love to set up a time to show you our business plan. And so the last slide is, the cost of the products. It's $2 a day. Is your body worth $2 a day?
Yes.
Only you know that.
Yes.
And so that's the close.
Awesome. Yes, definitely everyone should go to Go Now Resource to look at Wellness 101 online, and all the step-by-steps are going to be shown there. And just on the last point, JacKi, I just want to bring it up again that you did mention that there's an expectation of the amount of sales that each of us should be striving for from each guest. So you said about $300 per guest. Is that right?
or 100, you see, 200. I would expect 200 from each guest because the daily essentials and an aloe, you see, and our goal for every presentation would be to have at least 10 guests, you see. So if I'm working with 3 to 4 UFOs and each one invites 2 guests and I invite 2 guests, you see, again, 10 guests. Now online, that's not real often that happens, if you open it up to more and more people, but I like to work in the ABC process, you see, in one leg, where I'm really identifying customers and interacting with them and helping them see that they can trust us. You see that this is, our goal is education, not just to sell you something tonight. We want to give you education on how you can build your immune system and offer you, of course, good products at a very affordable price where you can be assured that you will be getting the best absorption for the best price.
I shall take 2 sets of daily essentials from you, JacKi.
Yes.
Sold.
And I'm going to follow up because I want you to get the results. And see, I always offer a money back guarantee because I know that if you take the products the way they are recommended, you will see results. You will find what you're looking for in better health.
Yes, it's all about them. It's not about the sales. It's about educating them.
Totally. It's all about you. It's all about you. Just like this call tonight, it's all about each one of you. What you receive, what you know you want, so then you can go out and bless and serve others.
Okay, all right.
Today.
That is so awesome. Like Kitty, I can keep talking to you forever, but it is getting quite late where you are. So back to you, Kitty. Thank you so much, JacKi.
Thank you, JacKi. I'll get 10 daily essential kits from you too. All right. So now we're actually moving on to our next session, which is Q&A. And we've got a lot of people that are actually typing in the webinar chat. If you've got questions, I'd like for you to actually move your question to the Q&A so that we can actually ask JacKi. So first question from one of our audience, Vivian. Love your session, JacKi. Many thanks for creating the Go Now resource website. We have been following your Wellness 101 for years. Is it possible for you to run a Wellness 101 live session for Market Australia so that we can learn from the master?
Well, and I honestly don't believe that I'm the master. I believe that some of my people are the masters because, I developed with a couple of them and Lisa Grant, you see, this system because I was in lockdown for a month in Florida by myself. So number one, I didn't know how to do Zoom. And again, to do a presentation online, we needed the right PowerPoint and everything. So, somehow, yes, we need to schedule it so that you can see how very duplicatable, but I would require that everyone go to Go Now Resource, Basic 5, and then Retailing, and then click on the Wellness 101 online.
Okay.
And listen to the video because we put it together for you. I mean, we practiced 3-4 times to really do it efficiently and effectively in 45 minutes, you see, so that you could listen and learn from the video because that really was done by, one of my personally sponsored people, Judy Huntash, and then her personally sponsored Allison. And Kitty, you have helped Allison with product there in Australia. Thank you so much for that. But you see, people know people. And so that they're doing so many, and they just sponsored someone yesterday from a wellness we did 3 weeks ago, or they did. And you see, they're doing these without me. It's not about me, the master. Do you see that?
Right. Everyone can actually follow the system and use.
Yes, every flyer is there. And I would rather walk individually every Go Now leader.
Yes.
That wants to do this with their team. I would do one a week, you see, because that is where you will see results, where you then share the screen. You identify 2 people, 3, another co-host, It's important. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
like that.
we do the basics.
Yes. So
And the
one-on-one once a week with the co-host and the Go Now.
Yes, and then each one inviting 2 guests, you see, and I would be happy to, set it up as a training, going through the PowerPoints, and, because I know people focus
Yes.
better when they actually are live. And, so we'll figure that out. But, again, I'm willing to do it for anyone if you are ready to commit to this, because you must commit to it
Of
and
course.
do it over and over and over to have it be successful.
Fantastic. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. And I mean, I've been doing TLS, Wellness 101 and TLS, of course. That's my major.
Yes.
But, even within our Melbourne group, we've done that quite a few times. So we definitely want to continue.
And the other thing that I want to suggest, because you are doing TLS, on the wellness101video.com,
Yes.
you have
week 4
the video,
Yeah.
okay, on the left,
Yeah.
the video, the wellness
Yes.
video.
Yes.
Wellness 101. And then right underneath it is Your Health is Your Wealth.
I saw that. Yes.
And that is by Dennis Franks.
Dennis Franks one, yes.
And he is presenting, his favorite little bundles.
Yes.
But then he goes into TLS.
Yes, I saw that. I'm going to duplicate that.
And then he goes into the business overview.
Yes.
So as you do your Wellness 101s, then you pick it up as a follow-up for your guests.
Yes,
you see
I'm planning.
TLS.
Yes.
Start with his TLS presentation and then go to the business overview. And a perfect way to repetitively train your new people.
Sure.
So Dennis is your new person, right?
Dennis Hank, yes.
Yes.
Dennis Franks. I wish he would be like Dennis Franks.
So Dennis, again, it's just repetitively with Kitty to do this over and over with the people you care about.
And Judy and Mark and Christine. But anyway, okay, let's go to the next question.
Okay.
As someone who has been in MLMs previously, would you approach people in MLMs now? And how do you go about in doing this as they have their own agendas when speaking to you?
As they have, what was that last part?
The last part is, if they are in MLMs right now, when they speak to you, they would have their own agenda, meaning they might want to
recruit you. Yes. Right. Well, it's important for you to find out, how successful they are in what they're doing now. And if they're successful, it's like I was approached with Market America 6 years, or at least 5, I don't know, 5, 6 years before Fred, my sponsor, introduced it for me. But I was successful to a certain degree in another MLM company at the time. So I wasn't one bit interested, you see, in Market America. And looking, you see, when people are feeling like they're moving forward, they're not interested. So you have to really identify if this person has an open mind, and if they trust you, it's just ask questions, just interview them. Are you, how long have you done this business, this kind of business, the company you're with today? Tell me more about it. Are you happy with where you're at with that? And be respectful. And if they're happy where they're at, great. But if you're wanting more, you see, if you're not happy, like I wasn't happy. You see, when I registered my business with Market America, I was still in 4 other businesses.
Right.
I didn't know if this would work. So you don't know. So then perhaps, if you're asking that question, you need to do a 3-way with someone with experience.
Yes.
I would say.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think it's something we all need to learn, because I think we sometimes have a fear to approach people that are in MLMs, or that we have the mindset that they're successful. But like you were, we can approach them. Which is giving information is up to them to choose, but it's our mission.
Right. Or I need practice, whatever. Just, be honest. When I was new, I need practice. I know you're successful. So can I practice? Can I share with you, and evaluate honestly?
So JacKi, I want to practice with you. All right. So how did Tom Holden consistently follow up with you on the evaluation when you already said no 3 times. And did he use the same pitch or, different ways to approach you, all
Well,
those?
it wasn't so much Tom. It was, Tom was there because they would call me whether from their used car lot, whatever. And I knew where they were and I knew what Fred did. And I didn't trust Fred. So I didn't trust Tom. I mean, and they were just so inexperienced, really, but they were consistent and persistent. And so then they sent me this big box of videos and audios and, probably annual reports. I don't remember what was in that box, but a big box of stuff. And I put it on my top shelf in my office and thought, oh, well, I'll burn this someday. Right.
Yes.
And so, I don't remember anything they said until Fred, my sponsor, offered me a free trip to San Diego.
Oh, okay.
And so, see, that's not duplicatable for the average person.
Oh,
So the timing was perfect. And so I probably, I hesitate in even sharing that story, but they thought so much of me that they thought I was they really didn't know I was $66,000 in credit card debt. They thought I was successful, right?
right.
They saw me, with experience.
Yes.
And so they did exactly the right thing. They gave me a ticket, you see. So just think of that, to the next event, whatever it is in your area or online, to the next event when you identify that this person is open-minded enough to just evaluate. Would you just evaluate this for me? If you're new, you just say, I'm not even making money yet, except on sale of products. If you are making money, I'm just now getting, if you've just started a year or two, I'm just now really getting serious about the business side of this.
Yes.
I love the products and I want to help a lot of people with products, but I'm really now getting serious about the business and would like to share it with people that I respect.
Wow.
That I would like to evaluate.
Yes, that's amazing. Fantastic way to
Right.
handle it.
And so again, Tom gave up that ticket. He didn't go to that leadership school. He gave me his ticket, you see. I didn't know that, you see. And I didn't meet Tom for 9 months then after I had started. I met him. Finally, he came to Albuquerque, New Mexico to film me doing a product show.
Fantastic. One thing I think is so important that we all should be aware of, and that is working in teams. Like, it's actually leveraging because, Fred and Tom actually work together.
Yes, totally.
To approach you. So even for us, we with our business partners or even cross-team leaders can actually work together to approach people.
Yes.
And that is amazing. It actually works a lot better than just working alone and just to reach out to a prospect, but to be working alongside.
Team.
Team is so important. All right, next question. What Jim Rome audios would you recommend for people to listen to build relationship and asking questions?
Well, definitely the one that always, you're building your network marketing business. I believe it's on YouTube now, so you don't even have to
your network marketing.
Building your network. But that's one that I recommend. I used to buy them for $2 a piece. Buying 100 and required listening for all of my new UFOs. Again, I think that is just very key to this business. Just like certain audios from JR in the beginning, I would buy 100 of them because they were always cheaper by the 100.
Right.
So then I would require that my people be a professional and a 90-day fast track, number 264 A and B. I'll never forget those two because I ordered so many. And again, it laid out exactly, it wasn't me.
Right.
You see, I wasn't successful, you see, but this business can be successful if you listen and learn. And if we do it together, we'll all make money. How great is that?
Yes,
We'll do it
amazing.
together.
Fantastic, thank you. I'll definitely go and search for that to listen to it. Now, because of time, we do have a lot more questions. I'm going to ask one more, and then we'll move on to our next session, okay? So, JacKi, from your experience in other MLM companies, what do you think is the key factor of Market America that is so different and better?
Well, it's definitely in my mind the binomial is what we're interested in. And so everything that Market America does with requirements
Yes.
is for the long term, the insurance that this is going to work for my grandchildren. You see, this is what why I love requirements, and I have from day one. And I'm so glad that the Form 1000 and the transfer by, auto ship was in place when I started, because with every person I could say with honesty, this company has requirements.
Yes.
And it's the best thing they have, because this is our insurance plan that this will work for ongoing residual income, you see. And it's all about keeping it simple. You see, and I believe we got, when we have so much now, so much diversification, so many ways, right? There's my way to build. There's, 10 leaders, different ways to build.
Yes.
So you have to develop with consistency, repetitive action, doing the same thing over and over. I don't care which leader you follow, do the same thing over and over and over.
Yes.
And you'll achieve success, you see. And don't just look for the latest greatest and change, right?
Oh,
And
yes.
if again, people, I've never specialized in products. I'm
No.
not a product specialist. I
Right.
specialize in the business and in people.
Okay. Business
You
and
see,
the people.
I am a nutrimetrics consultant, yes, and I am a motives advisor, and I've gone to all these classes, but I don't specialize in any of them because I'm not a salon owner. I'm not a gym owner. These are not my comfort zones or my expertise.
You are
I
so
can
down to
only
earth. Like you're
focus
the
on
one that
business
put together the
and
wellness
people.
events.
Yeah,
You
and
are the
keeping it
retail
simple, so
queen.
everybody believes they can do this.
Yes.
Again, those 5 questions, that's what I specialize in.
Yeah, the business and the people.
Yes.
Thank you for this time. And I know that we have a lot more Q&A, but because of time factor, we are not able to actually finish them all. So let's go into our next session. And that is some fun question and some more, get to know you question. All right, so let me just put that up. Okay, so Lily and I are going to be asking you this beep beep.
I love it.
Let's get to know more about JacKi Blasko.
I love it.
Here we go.
I want a copy of these slides, all right?
Yeah, okay, we'll send that to you. Now, you know what, JacKi, you don't think, as we ask you, just the first answer, just come.
Don't think.
In seconds,
Right.
answer us. So it
Okay.
has to be quick. Okay, so here we go. You ready? You ready, JacKi? Okay.
Okay, me first. What are your favorite Market American products, JacKi?
OPC and aloe. OPC I don't have here. Here's the aloe. I'm drinking it all the time.
Awesome. All right,
Yeah.
well, JacKi, if there is a time travel machine, you can go back in time. What will you do differently in building your shop.com business?
Very, very little. Because, I think about this a lot. In the very beginning, that first year, I gave away a couple sponsorships. And I think those were the two people that I let someone else sponsor came back to haunt me quite often. If you know, so never give away sponsorship. In the beginning, I didn't know any better. I was thinking I was, going to help this person because they seem to want the business so badly, right? Anyway, so that's the main thing I think I can think of.
JacKi, what was your most memorable convention and why?
Well, definitely, I would have to say that 2013 convention in Miami where I got the Jerry Siciliano Award. That would, you know, I mean, that was just totally.
I know. We're going to play that video at the end of this conversation. And
Oh,
when I watch it like 10 times or more even. Every time I had tears
I
in my
haven't
eyes.
watched it for a long time. Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
All right, next question. JacKi, who are the 3 people in your life today that you admire and respect? And how have they influenced who you are and what you have done in your life?
Well, very definitely, 50 years ago, I was introduced to my mentor of 50 years, and that was the woman that started my other company, Home Interiors and Gifts, that I was with for 25 years. Her name is Mary Crowley, and she was a woman with a Christian distinction, and her company was a company with a Christian distinction out of Dallas, Texas. And I was just blessed to have found that at a time in my life where I really needed mentorship. And a grandma, she became everything to me, right? And still is today. Okay. And she passed away in 1986. But I would have to say, right alongside of her would be, of course, my mother, and of course, well, there's so many. But out of respect, I mean, we wouldn't be here today if Lauren Reitinger hadn't believed in JR. So the two of them together, Lauren and JR, you see her belief in him and him having the idea. You see, in September of 1996, I read to JR, "How do I love thee? Let me count the ways." And I had 10 reasons.
I know.
Right. I had just become a master coordinator and I had 30 people there, and that was September. I'd been in the business, like 6 months or something. And he did our district in Minneapolis. But I sincerely, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I mean, it was he, and I didn't even know Lauren whatever. But you see, knowing that Lauren believed in him enough, you see, in all of his ideas, and you see, that's everything, isn't it? And why we're here together now. That is, if I have to narrow it down, because I have bookshelves, I have a library here that it goes on and on and on and on. So
love it. So they
I'm a
obviously
student.
influenced
That's
you a
up
lot.
here forever.
Oh, do I
Yeah.
love thee, JacKi? That's what I want to say now. Okay, next.
You must come and visit. You must come and visit.
I would love to come visit your whoop place.
All right, JacKi, what would you do in your me time?
Well, my me time, I've never been had so much me time as I have in the last couple months. And so I can honestly answer that. It is, I'm addicted to other people's success and being purposeful.
Wow.
When you have all the money you believe that you're worth, and I definitely, could set more goals for more money that I could give away, right? And charities, because I have so many. But truly, this last month, the month of April, that I was locked up in Naples in my condo by myself, you see, because I was going to come home March 30th. And of course, everything closed down March 15th. My family didn't come as they were planning to, you see. So my me time was developing, you see, that PowerPoint with the right people, staying connected, learning how to do Zoom.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I did in my me time. I'm
right. Learning how to do Zoom. That's really...
You were still working in me time.
Yeah, I'm 71 years old. I'm going to be 72 this year. What matters? I would like to go someday maybe to Italy, but now with all the travel bans, I'm just creating this paradise right here where I am. Because you know where paradise is?
Yes.
Where the people are that you love to be with.
So true. So true.
Wherever you are can be paradise. Right.
Yes.
So amazing. And I love this slide on the left here. It says, watch for the people whose eyes light up when you talk about your dream. Those are the ones you keep.
Yes. Oh, isn't that so real?
It is
And those
real.
are the things that keep us going, right? Inspiration, and you will be
You are an
motivated,
inspiration. You are such a blessing.
overmotivated by your goals. You can be inspired by what I say and what I do, but I cannot motivate you. Only your goals, I believe,
Amen.
the
Yes,
goals that you have and what you believe you can do.
that's right. Okay, so next, how did you encourage your family to work with you? I'm aware that Chris, your son, and Tara, your daughter, they're both very, very successful in their own right in Market America. But how did you encourage them? Because majority of people are not able to encourage their family, as far as I know.
Well, you know, my daughter, again, her motivation were her goals, and she did not want to go to college. That was her motivation. Okay. She wanted to be a stay-at-home mom working from home like her mother had at 19 years old. So she joined me in business right away in the beginning, and you know, really worked at this business like her college education. Because I said, if you go to every local, if you go to every meeting and take notes, and she had her financial freedom notebook. I still have it on my office shelf today. Financial Freedom University. And she diligently studied this business and did every event with me. We
Wow.
developed the product show together.
Yes.
And she was not a recruiter. She's not out, you know, real outgoing. And she didn't really believe in herself that much, but she wanted to be her own boss bad enough to learn how to do this business and identify more of the right people. So honestly, you know, I think she's only recruited like 10 people in the business, her total 23 years in the business, but she has a very, very solid income today. Consistent. She's a supervising coordinator with her husband, and she never had a full-time job until last year when her children were full-time in school. Then she decided to work for her health professional, who now they do nutrimetrics together, you see, and she's her office manager. So it's amazing for me to watch. But then Christopher did go on and get his master's degree at the encouragement of Kevin Buckman. He was mentoring Christopher. And so Christopher went to college and got his master's degree, and, you know, really had, you know, every uh, intention to work a corporate job. Okay. But in the process of that, he learned that corporate wasn't really where he wanted to be. He really wanted to be his own
Yes.
boss as well.
Okay.
And so enough time with that, you know, introduced him to the concept of partnering with me. And, you know, my husband, you know, having many health challenges, wasn't able to, you know, be as active with me in the business as he was in the beginning.
Right.
So Christopher kind of took on the partnership role, and
Yes.
a lot of the technical things, and anything I don't want to do, he can do.
Right. Thank you for sharing.
I can focus on people.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that is so blessed.
Okay, next
To the next fun question. How did you meet your husband, JacKi?
It was a blind date. It was a blind date, a double date. You know, my girlfriend introduced me. He was a friend of her boyfriend, and so that was, you know, when we were in college. I
Right.
was a freshman. He was a junior.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Okay.
Fantastic. So you said when you work for who and what you believe in, and you know, and then your reason why. So what is the reason why you're doing this business in 30 seconds? We don't have much time now, sorry.
Well, it's just totally for other people's success.
Yes.
You see, I know why. It is for other people. And I want them to have the success that I have enjoyed, and to simplify. And I'm addicted to other people's success. So why is just to continue, you know, to be moral. I feel it's a moral obligation that we have to continue to share what we have, because this is so real, and it will work for anyone, but you must keep it simple and apply the, you know, again, repetition, consistency, like we talked about.
Fantastic. Thank you. Well, last but not least, one of the most important questions is, what is your magic moment?
Oh, wow. Well, you know, I I wrote down a couple, but I think it was the first one. Actually, when I became field vice president, that power line has. I think I wrote down 10 magic moments. I went back and looked at that because I thought, no, what did I say? Right?
Yes.
And when you indicated you would ask that, but if I were to pick one, I really, from, of course, the magic moment of being introduced to the plan by Julie Scholl, number one,
Yes.
in San Diego, her showing me that business plan where I believed that this was simple and I could do it, as I would have people evaluate with me, right? And so, but then right alongside of that is in 5 months having JR come to Minneapolis
Right.
to at our district in that district meeting. And at that time I just become a master coordinator and having 30 people there. And he looked at me when after the meeting we all got together with our team and took a picture with JR, right? And he looked at me, he says, these are all your people and you've been in the business, 3 or whatever since April, you see. And I said, yes, they're all here with me, whatever. And he says, you are going to be rich.
Yes. Wow.
And I said, yes. Thank you. And I'm sure, he doesn't remember that, but that truly, from seeing the business plan to knowing it was real, but then watching 30 people. And the best tip I can give you is to just the next event, you see, as many people as possible. We may not have an international convention, but whatever is next online, as many people as possible, just focus on who wants change, who wants more, who wants better health.
Yes.
See, who wants more in their life if they could have more?
Yes.
Could have more right now. Well, how much more
Yes.
a month? You see, would you, if you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be and who would you be with? And then listen,
Yes. Thank you.
so if we had time, I'd take time to have you tell me.
Yes, I'm going to have a one-on-one with you, JacKi. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. For your love, your support, and your time. Like, I'm sure every single one of us here can really sense and really from afar, across the miles, experience your love from your sharing.
Well, and love. Do you love my jewelry tonight?
I do. That is the new one from
Get layered in love. Get layered in
Get
love.
layered.
We are waiting for that to be available in Australia. That's for sure.
Oh,
Now,
you don't.
Okay. Well, we are going to take a photograph next, right, Kitty? So while we are moving people to the panelists, perhaps we'll get a few people to share.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Sorry, really, we had 3 persons that we will look for people to share, right?
Yes, that's right. So we are going to invite. First up is Hong Ling. Can you share your video, unmute yourself, and just quickly, what was a tip that you got from JacKi for today?
Hi, everyone. Hi, JacKi. Thank you very much for that presentation. What I learned is many things. But the first thing that I want to do is I want to start doing the basket that you're saying. I think that is a brilliant idea because the trial size is only the sachet, but I think that's a good idea to have a basket.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Try before you buy, right? Try before you buy.
Yeah, that's right.
Great point there.
That's right. Next up, perhaps we'll get Vivian. Vivian Peng, would you like to share what you learned today? Vivian, can you unmute yourself?
Hi, Vivian.
Hi, JacKi. Ever since I came to business in 2007, your name has come up all the time. And although I've not met you, we're Facebook friends, What I learned from you today is the investment in people. It's all about the people, isn't it? You can hurt cattle, you can hurt sheep, but you can't hurt cats. So I always go back to that, which is amazing. And people do what they see you do and not what you tell them to do. I always believe you got to touch a heart before you ask for a hand. Amazing. And like the fact that it all comes back to the fundamentals, the basic five fundamentals, the base 10, 7 strong. It's just been amazing hearing from you. I hope to meet you when I do get to go to the US. My daughter lives in Philadelphia. I've learned 2 new words, beep and kiss. I mean,
Beep and kiss. I love them.
That's going to be my battle cry.
Awesome.
Good.
And
Yeah,
I think we have time for one quick one left. Leanne Ho, are you there? Would you like to join us?
Here. Hi, JacKi. You probably don't know my name, but we met across the corridor at a VIP section. And, I just want you to know that you have been inspirational to me all these years. When I first started the business more than a decade ago, I didn't have many people that I could talk to and mentor from. And what happened was that, just as Jim Rohn was your teacher, believe it or not, Go Now Resources was my teacher. And today we are 2 field vice president. And I can say my success, thank you to you, JacKi, for the part that you played as well. Because I've done so many Wellness 101. I've done sharing of the baskets and everything. And I didn't know that you were the one who created that website. I thought it was corporate. And somebody said it was JacKi Blasko. And I said, oh, really?
Collaboration.
So generous. Who would be so magnanimous? It is somebody like you. So you are inspirational, not only in America, but across the oceans now to Australia, to Singapore, to Malaysia, and to the world. So thank you for who you are. The word that caught me today was purposeful. And certainly your reason for living today is so purposeful and teaching every one of us. Thank you, JacKi. In fact, we wanted you, when I was LC, I wanted you to be one of our local seminar speakers. But I think you had a little bit of challenge at that time. I just want to say I thank God, that you're well and that you're continuing to be a blessing to everyone. And thank you for this session today. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. This seems so right.
Yes.
I cannot tell you because you are the right people. It's just the timing is everything, right?
Yes, I also want to say thank you, Leanne and Vivian and Hong Ling to be sharing. I mean, Leanne and Vivian are my amazing leaders to have learned a lot from them. But JacKi, to be here learning from you is really a dream come true. Seriously, after meeting you in Miami 3 years ago. So now, thank you again. And let's actually take a group photo.
All right.
We've got, hundreds of
So
people.
everyone, sorry, please turn on your camera. And, JacKi, thank you very much. As a coordinator. Yes, thank you. Thank you for accepting our invitations. And I really enjoyed doing the PowerPoint for you. And when I looked through your Facebook, I found that you had so many people who love you. And with Leanne, and thank you, Leanne, for coming in, to say a few words. And I completely agree with Leanne and Vivian. We have been using your website for years, and we create so much BB. Thank you. And we are looking forward for you to maybe do a Wellness 101 for us.
Yes.
So
we'll
we can
figure
look
out
for the real person.
Yes. I have my team prepared. I mean, I've said, well, one step at a time, we'll put it together.
Right. Yes, good. Right. So, Lisa, how are we going to do the photos?
I'm capturing now. So if you all just smile, just look into your camera, and I'm going on one page at a time. I've just done page 1.
Let's do a love heart or something. Either you can do this
let's
or
do
love.
the Korean love heart. Here.
What was the Korean love heart? Oh, this is it, Leanne. Is it the Korean love heart?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, this is Korean. This is our big hearts. So JacKi,
So Lisa, are you going to take the photos?
JacKi likes this, is it?
Yeah. Do this. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Can someone take a photo while I'm
Lisa, are you taking the photo?
Something? Can someone do this?
Let me take it. You guys do it, and then I'll take it.
Okay. 1, 2. JacKi, we'll take the photo, JacKi.
Okay, so JacKi, you send that to me and I'll send. Okay, so now I'm capturing. Just give me a second. Oh, love this. This is all so much heart beep.
For everyone who listening online now, so basically every Saturday, as you have noticed for the past 4 weeks, every Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Perth time in Singapore time, and 11 o'clock Melbourne Sydney time, we have a special guest just like JacKi today, giving us some sharing. Next week we have Stephen Hu, okay, a man with multiple talents, and the week after, which is beginning of June, we have Amber Young. Okay, don't miss Stephen Hu, Amber Young. And after that, we have Frank Chong. So whoever want to be as young as Frank Chong, 31 years old, and be a director, you do not miss his session as well. And today, I think we all put our hand together for our very special JacKi Blasko.
Okay,
We love you, JacKi.
You all are so professional. This interview was just such a delight, and I learned so much from the way you interviewed and your professionalism and follow through. I just applaud you. Amazing.
So much.
Thank you. For everyone listening, we actually put a lot of thoughts in every Saturday, and you probably noticed that every Saturday I had different MC, different call MC, so that all the listeners, special guests that you guys don't get bored. And today I thank Kitty and Lily for doing a great MC job. We actually have a pre-interview with JacKi, right, a week before, and then we have our meeting after meetings together with Josephine, Karen, Sean, and Ian, which is an IT, the Zoom P chair. We have A chair, P chair, and S chair, and then to put all this together, right? So then, it is a teamwork, and we have 2 rehearsal before this show. So so when we are doing rehearsal, I pretend I'm JacKi Blasko, and then well done. This is how we raise our leaders. This is how we raise our speaker. I think
love that.
together we can actually, like JacKi. I love your sharing. Your BEEP, beep beep,
Beep,
right?
beep,
Yeah,
beep.
yeah. And then the love from you to God, I think is amazing.
This is found on my website too. Go now
Yes.
right on that first page. If you click on the red letters where it says Heartbeat Philosophy, you can print it off. So
thank you.
if you like it or whatever. But
so thank you, Sabrina, for coordinating all that. And it's wonderful. With teamwork makes the dream work. Is truly cross-team, cross-pollination, working together in one accord, because we are family. We are friends and family. And doesn't matter whether we are in the same team or across the team. Like JacKi has no vested interest in any of us in Australia or Asia, yet she's taken a night of her time for us. And that is something we need to be thankful for. So thank you again. And before we go, if we can play JacKi Blasko's amazing Magic Moment 2013 convention, her favorite convention, where she won the Jerry Siciliano Award. And every time I watch it, I actually had tears. It brought tears to my eyes. So get your tissue ready as we watch it.
I'm gonna go get my grandson. He wanted to see it.
Okay. Oh, don't play it yet. Just let JacKi get her grandson. So for everyone who's on, thank you again for being on. Let us not just be attending this. Let us actually put all she's taught us into action, so that we can actually be.
Oh yeah. That personal training started at 11, and this